Alright, CSS battle time. Cool. I gotta do this one quick though. Okay. I'm thinking a linear gradient, obviously. And then we have to do 2 elements. Because I don't know any way of getting an element to lean, angle opposite directions short of rotating an element. So, unless, can I do stacked backgrounds? Like the same linear gradient, but at a different angle? Nah, let's just do different elements. That's the easiest way. That's gonna be the best way. And we're gonna do this, there might be a way of, oh man, it's gotta be borders, huh? Because we have pure white as our color. And whenever you have that, like, it's a default color for the background, but it's not for borders or box shadows. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about that. How did I get that color? Okay, that's from yesterday's. I didn't get that copied yet. Alright, I'll put in the description how this works out, of course, to save you time from watching a potentially bad solution. So on the body, this is where I'm going to put our radial gradient background. And here what we can, or not radial, linear gradient. You know what I mean. And default is top down, so that's perfect. We should only have to do one set of color stops and then size it so that it just repeats across the element. So FFF for, let's hit, I'm going to do the center one first. Let's hit Shift 64 to 93, so like 30 pixels. And then because we have the purple in the background, we don't have to use that whole color. We can just do transparent, which I'm doing black and then the 0 for the alpha. Well, all you really need is 4 characters, and the fourth one being the 0, and it's the same as this. The 3 color channels, it's just repeating the F versus the second input on the color channel, because you only gave it 1, and so we're doing 3 zeros that get duplicated, and then the last 0 that gets duplicated for the alpha for the hex code. So that's what we have there. And then if we say 0 for we're not changing the positioning of it, and then we're going to make this, we have to give it a width, let's say 100 pixels. Now, no matter what, I might just do 1 pixel, because what's happening is this is now tiling across the screen sideways each 100 pixels. But because it's a linear gradient, you don't see a difference. So we can put 1 pixel here, but you have, or 1 Q. It doesn't matter what you do. Now we're getting little tiny slices going across the screen. But this is where we need, the vertical is where we need to put the 60 so that we get these bars stacking, and might not be quite right. It looks like it's a little bit bigger of a difference there. And we change it to 70. Let's see what we get. There we go. Now let's put some margin on this to size it properly. So we're gonna do 20. Ooh, okay. 40, 50. 50 is too much, I think. Why is it not starting with the white, with that sizing? I would think the white bar was going to stay at the top with this sizing. How about this? Let's pull that off. Let's get the top pushed down properly. 70, 65. Okay, let's get the sides brought in properly. 80, 100, 120, 130. Okay, so we have our body sized appropriately. Now we can add our dimensions there, and it shifts up. So let's go ahead and just push it right back down. Oh, I wonder if we just needed the 0, 0. Yeah, we needed 0, 0. So not putting that second 0 in for the vertical was skewing things, and that's where our problem was. I've run into that issue before. 0, 0. We're good. Okay. Happy days. Now we can keep that same background, and with 2 paragraph tags, we can get we can just size the position fixed, sized, and move them. I don't think, I wonder actually if we can just use translate. Is translate one of the, yeah, translate, we don't need transform anymore. Let's say 50 pixels. Oh, yeah, we should just be able to put in it's not doing it. Do I need to do a transform on this? Yeah, I probably do. Transform, translate, okay. 50 pixels, 0, nothing's moving. What am I doing wrong? Let's put a border on this. Just see where it is, 2 pixels solid. Oh. Paragraph tag needs height. It needs height for it to be visible. And okay. Height is going to be whatever this is. 64. Oh wait, 65. Okay, so 65 and 65 is 130 top and bottom, right? Yeah, that's 130 off the top and bottom. It's 300 pixels total, so height is going to be 270. Oh, I don't need pixels on there. Okay, now it's pushing out the bottom. Oh, it's probably vertical first? Do I need a comment in here? This is a problem with trying to remember CSS syntax off the top of your head. Okay, let's simplify this. X. Transform, translate, X, 50 pixels. I was thinking that would shove it just off to the side. It's got a height. It's not wanting to leave the body. Or if it is leaving the body, it's just hidden. It's not showing outside of the body, and that might be actually what's happening here. Okay. I'll have to explore that later. I don't have time right now. It's like already close to midnight. Fixed. Okay, we don't need height. Well, do we need height? Yeah, I'd have to do height and width. I can just do padding. So padding, obviously it's going to be 135 for the vertical. Okay, and then let's see, 130, that gives us 260. From 400 is 140 for the width, right? So I need to do half of this, 70. And so instead of 135, oh, I already did half. Already did half. I think I did. 0 on the vertical puts it there, so we're gonna be like -50. Okay. Cool. I'm okay with this right now. We can fix this. I just have it too tall. So instead of 135, 125. It doesn't even need to be precise because those bars will, disappear. We can just say 100. I think 100 would be fine. Okay, so my math was useless. And, oh, 0. How far does it need to be? 120, 140, Y, okay, there we are, 150. Doesn't matter if it stretches off the side of the screen. So actually, let's change our width to something I can, no, it doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. It can be 70, it can be 100, it can be whatever. There's no units on those, so I wonder if I can make this too. Yeah. Is that okay? All right, let's hit our rotate. Actually, first, before I rotate anything, I'm going to place our second paragraph. So this one is also going to be 0 on the margin. 0, and then negative 150. There we go. So now I should be able to just rotate them. I think we're okay. Let's do rotate, because this is only going to apply to the second one, so I won't have any negative 30 degrees. Okay, let's do a positive 30 degrees. That's something. It's too much rotation. Let's do 15, 5. Okay, we'll have to move it out a little bit more, but I think actually that's gonna line up. Let's shove it over further with the margin, 170. Pretty good. I'm going to have to adjust things, unless, what if 60? 5. Hmm. 70. Okay. 68. Ooh, that's good stuff right there. Okay. All right. Okay, and then I should theoretically be able to rotate negative 15 degrees. And I need to do 170. 170. Please be right. That's not right. 72. Okay. Let's hit submit, see if it works. I hate rotating things. It always makes it really hard to position everything. This seems pretty good. It is not good enough. Okay, I think it's this one right here. I need to figure out what this one needs to be. Oh, okay, that actually looks a lot better. Let's see. It doesn't have the little missing on the tops. The diff wasn't hitting on the... Yeah. Okay, we're good. We did it. We made it. That is not a pretty solution. We have 2 rotates. We have 3 margins. 2 backgrounds. We could try changing things to Q. We could probably... There's some ways to clean this up, but I think it's an okay solution for a rushed one. How might I tackle this differently? I guess box shadows. If you had one element for each one, and then they box shadow down, you know, just a certain amount. Each element was the top bar, and then you had 2 box shadows down. That could be really a good way to do it. Might even be, yeah, it would probably be less than that. That linear gradient isn't super long, but by the time you type linear gradient, you're already really far behind. You know, background linear gradient, you know. So I wonder. Yeah, there's a better way to do it. The box shadow, I mean, it seems kind of brute force, but you just, same rotation trick, but we just write 1 box shadow on things. Where the linear gradient would be. It'd be a background white, and then a box shadow, and you'd have to do the color of white. That's real iffy if that's going to be shorter. But then you don't need the padding and the position. You still need the position fixed, but yeah, you do need the padding. Unless you just put position fixed on the body, and then yeah, you still have to do it though. Still have to size it. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be other better solutions out there, but that's the fun of this. I will catch you guys later. Bye.